Oh my God.
So I'm like, man, I'll take you in the back and make you cry, like make you scream, dude. Like, what are you talking about? But if I make it, we even. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I shoot. I make it. Boom. He shot. He missed. Bam. I said, so you got me 100. And he was like, bet back. I'm like, all right. So I shot. I make it. He shot. He make it. So I'm like, you still owe me 100?
Yeah.
So he like, no, we even. I'm like, I started laughing. I'm like, dude, you owe me.
Terence Crawford once again fired shots at Floyd Mayweather during a live interview. He called him a clout chaser who just wants easy money. This came after Floyd tried to call him out on social media. Crawford said Mayweather is broke, jealous of his recent win, and only looking for another big payday to fund his lifestyle. He added that Floyd's exhibition fights
opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But
Floyd, yeah, because
prove he's long past his prime. Crawford also said Mayweather has always been unlikable and tries to steal the spotlight. After beating Canelo Alvarez to become the undisputed super middleweight champion, Crawford felt Floyd was only trying to take away from his moment. He added that Floyd is not a good role model for young fighters.
And this dude just come over there and like bet 100. I'm like, what? He like bet 100. Bet 100 on what? He like shot for shot, bet 100. So I'm like, so I make it, you give me
I played the part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course he is.
Saying there's nothing worth copying about his lifestyle outside of the ring. Crawford pointed out that before his fight with Canelo, Floyd didn't support him at all. Instead, after the win, Mayweather posted his betting slip to show the money he made. Then he immediately went online to call Crawford out. Bud quickly clapped back, saying Floyd was delusional and drunk.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
Ilia Topuria could knock out Bud Crawford on first contact. Is there any truth to it? Why is it always the MMA guys gotta go box? It doesn't sell. James Toney and the UFC lost a whole bunch of money with him. If Ilia Topuria really could beat up Terence Crawford, why didn't he go into boxing? Ilia is our champion. After seeing Conor, who could not make an amateur Olympic team.
Things didn't end there. On fight night, UFC champion Ilia Topuria was upset when Crawford walked out to the same mariachi song Topuria uses for his own entrances. Crawford brushed it off at the press conference, but Topuria hit back online saying, "First you call me drunk, then you use my music. Whenever you want, I'll show you how to dance to it in the ring. And Canelo, I'll save a round for you too." Crawford laughed at Topuria's comments.
When I looked at it, he came out in the southpaw stance and he took Canelo's jab away from him. As you know, if you take a fighter's jab away from them, then it's hard for them to really land. You forced them to use one shot, and he forced them to use his backhand, his rear hand. Crawford was ready for the looping on the right hands. Crawford was ready for the body shot.
Carried the song out and performed tonight. I got Mexicans and Latinos on my side as well, so.
Did you know Ilia Topuria walks out to that song in the UFC?
You said what?
Ilia Topuria walks out to that song in the UFC.
Did he? Oh, good for him.
Saying he's just chasing clout and not even close to Conor McGregor's level. On Ariel Helwani's show, Crawford said Topuria only wants a fight for the paycheck. He even admitted he has never seen Topuria fight and couldn't understand why the UFC champ didn't speak up when they met face-to-face at the UFC Performance Institute in Las Vegas. Crawford said if Topuria really wanted the fight, he should have spoken up right there.
Crawford stated, I don't know who he is. Ilia's mad. It works every time, and Ilia went crazy. Ilia's just, you don't know who I met you at this. When Ilia responds with truth, when he brings the receipts and the facts, that's what you do when you're angry.
He also made it clear that a crossover fight with him has no value. Unlike McGregor, Topuria doesn't bring money or stardom. Crawford said, I don't know this guy. I watch a lot of MMA, but I've never seen him fight. Maybe I missed it. Crawford admitted maybe Topuria is a good fighter, but he still doesn't compare to Conor. Topuria quickly fired back on social media saying,
Who the f*** is that guy?
He's not on my level. He's not on Conor McGregor's level. What the hell is going on? I mean, come on, let's be honest. Jake Paul's fighting Gervonta Davis. If that can happen, or him fighting Mike Tyson, if there's a world that we live in where that can go down and get watched by millions.
You told me good luck before, now you act like you don't know me. Your memory fails you, and your chin will too. I'll represent MMA against boxing's pound-for-pound king. But Shakur Stevenson shared a very different opinion. On Ariel Helwani's show, Stevenson said he believes Crawford could actually beat Topuria, even in MMA. He pointed to Crawford's wrestling background in Nebraska as proof that Bud has the skills to handle himself in the octagon.
Conor was always willing to risk it. Ilya, I believe, is willing to risk it. Ilya versus Crawford. Am I wasting my time talking to you guys about that? Maybe not. There's not yet something here, but there's not nothing here.
Stevenson added that Crawford is just built different. He's bigger, stronger, and smarter. He even said he wouldn't be surprised if Crawford knocked Topuria out or even submitted him in an MMA fight. For Stevenson, Crawford's natural athletic ability and wrestling roots make this more than just trash talk. But Daniel Cormier, former UFC champion, disagreed.
To leave Bud alone. I think Bud Crawford is just different. In a boxing ring with him, bro, you're not gonna last more than one round, I don't think. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets in the UFC and beat the out of some guys too, because he got a great wrestling back.
On his podcast, he said fights like Mayweather vs. McGregor or Fury vs. Ngannou worked because the bigger stars made it look competitive. Crawford, according to Cormier, wouldn't play games. He'd just end it quickly. That's why he doesn't see much sense in the matchup.
Obviously, it was a great show today. I was curious about your entrance, how you came to choose that song in particular to walk out to.
Well, you know, it was part of my outfit. The outfit was inspired by the movie Desperado. As you see, I had the guitar and everything, and my great childhood friend, Rosendo Robles, he was the one that, you know, carried the song out.
Terence Crawford had the goddamn audacity to walk out to Ilya Topuria's walkout song. I mean, what on earth is going on? How dare he? That is Ilya Topuria's song, okay? Ilya Topuria took exception to this in a very big way, and now these two are going back and forth. They are talking shit, and Crawford ain't out.
Cormier explained that Floyd and Fury carried their opponents long enough to make fans feel they got a show. But Topuria doesn't have McGregor's star power. Still, he admitted Crawford has been chasing big fights his whole career, and maybe Topuria could be that opportunity. Cormier even asked who else could give Crawford a new fan base right now.
To hear that from someone like him.
I just was like, well, you know, it's his personal opinion. He was in the ring with both of us, so a lot of people, you know, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. You know, one where he felt like he was at the best.
He said there might actually be some interest, especially since Crawford has shown respect for the UFC, but not everyone agrees. Michael Chiesa told MMA Junkie he doesn't like the idea at all. Chiesa said McGregor's boxing match with Mayweather cost UFC its biggest star, and he doesn't want the same thing happening with Topuria. He explained that Crawford is different from Floyd.
In the UFC world, Ilya Topuria says that if you guys ever boxed, he would knock you out basically the first punch.
That dude drunk, you know. Hey, you know, a lot of MMA guys, they drink a lot, so he must been on that alcohol that day.
Floyd sold fights with his trash talk, while Crawford sells because of his pure fighting ability. Conor was one of a kind with his sharp tongue and showmanship. Topuria doesn't have that same spark.
I bet my money on anybody who mother used to go outside and pay kids money to beat her son up. I'm paying y'all real cash money to beat my son, and nobody got the money. I'm betting on that guy.
You betting on that guy? UFC, Ilya Topuria, and fight with the #1 boxer right now. If you can do that, why not do that?
We did see Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua.
And you think Topuria can fight with him?
I don't. You asked me straight up, I do not think so, because Crawford is not going to enter a fight.
And with Dana White openly against UFC fighters boxing, the fight looks unlikely. The only reason Mayweather-McGregor happened was because Dana made a rare exception back in 2017. On top of that, a UFC Hall of Famer also warned Crawford to stay away from Topuria.
I've seen this guy fight, and I watch a lot of MMA.
Hey, Bud is saying it ain't worth his time, but Ilya Topuria in this right now, guys, is winning. He's winning because he has them talking about him. And every time, Terence Crawford speaks Ilya's name, Ilya wins. That's another step closer to get.
Ilya Topuria goes out and tweets, if I were to face Terence Crawford in boxing, I would put him to sleep. Now, this was after Terence Crawford went on the Nelk Boys podcast. Kyle said, who do you think the best boxer in the UFC is? Have you seen Ilya? He goes, oh no, it's easily Cody Garbrandt.
Have you seen Topuria? Have you seen his fights recently? You have interest
boxing. If Ilya...
Like, you're not going to see a wild part of the fight. Crawford was just going to be too clean, too smooth, too fast, and just keep him at distance the whole time, 36 minutes. They wouldn't even sanction a 12-round fight for Ilya Topuria. He's never fought 30.
Still, the idea of a crossover fight gained attention right after Crawford's shocking win over Canelo Alvarez. That victory made him the undisputed champion and opened the door to many possibilities, even ones he doesn't seem interested in. And that wraps it up. For all the latest boxing news, highlights, and updates, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Until next time, peace out.